A secret submerged for 2,000 years has just emerged off the coast of Turkey, and what it reveals seems simply impossible. Before we dive into this story, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because discoveries like this are rare, and every detail completely changes the way we see the ancient world. In the Adrasan region, at a depth of about 46 meters, archaeologists discovered a merchant ship dating from the late Hellenistic period to the early Roman era. But this is not just another shipwreck. It is an almost intact time capsule, as if the ocean itself chose to preserve in absolute silence a frozen moment from the past. What's most shocking is that nothing there was preserved by chance. There is a strategy behind this unlikely survival, a simple, ingenious, and extremely effective technique that protected hundreds of ceramic objects from marine corrosion for more than 2 millennia. Stay with me, because understanding how this happened is just as astonishing as the discovery itself. Imagine descending into deep waters, where light disappears and the only sound you can hear is your own breathing. It was in this environment that divers located an ancient ship resting on the seabed of the eastern Mediterranean, off the coast of Adrasan. Time had passed, but the scene remained remarkably clear. Initial analyses indicate that the ship sailed between the late Hellenistic and early Roman periods, when the Mediterranean functioned as a vast commercial network connecting ports, cities, and empires. Normally, shipwrecks from this era reveal only scattered fragments. Here, the sea revealed something different, an almost complete scene. Although the hull is degraded, the archaeological site preserves something extremely rare: the exact way the ship was loaded. The position of the objects, the space in between them, and the logic of the stacking all indicate careful planning. For archaeologists, this is invaluable, because it reveals not only what was being transported, but how ancient trade was organized in practice. When researchers illuminated the cargo area, the sensation was like stepping into a warehouse frozen in time. Instead of scattered objects, there were organized stacks of ceramics, bowls placed on bowls, plates aligned, trays fitted together, and pots positioned with precision. This level of organization changes everything. In many shipwrecks, currents and impacts scatter the cargo. Here, the loading logic remained clear, revealing deliberate choices, separating shapes, minimizing empty space, absorbing movement, and ensuring stability during navigation. Each stack group points to standardized production. The pieces fit together because they were made with controlled measurements, suggesting workshops capable of producing at scale for trade. These were not rare ceremonial objects, but everyday goods used for serving, storing, and transporting. As a result, archaeologists can study the engineering of the cargo itself, weight distribution, protection of fragile items, and the logistical decisions made by the ship's captain. The sea preserved more than ceramics. It preserved carefully executed human intention. The key to this extraordinary preservation lies not in modern technology, but in a decision made before the voyage even began. The ceramics were coated with raw clay, intentionally applied as a protective layer while still on land. It wasn't decoration, it was protection. This layer acted as a natural sealant. It reduced direct contact between salt water and the surface of the pieces, slowing the corrosive effects of the marine environment. The result is astonishing. Colors, patterns, and details that would normally fade within decades survive for centuries. What's most intriguing is the scale of this technique. It was applied to hundreds of items as part of the logistical process, indicating routine and knowledge rather than improvisation. Additionally, the clay may have helped stabilize the stacks, reducing friction and impact during navigation. Without realizing it, these ancient merchants turned the shipwreck into a vault. The ocean, which usually erases, preserved everything instead. The importance of the discovery became even clearer when Turkish authorities visited the site. The Minister of Culture and Tourism personally dived to inspect the wreck and stated that it's extremely valuable, fine for global cultural heritage, describing it as unprecedented. The reason is simple. This is not a handful of recoverable artifacts, but an entire cargo preserved in exceptional condition. The original position of the objects allows researchers to study ancient storage, transport, and trade strategies with a level of detail that is rarely possible. The region where the shipwreck was found has already revealed hundreds of ancient vessels, demonstrating how the Eastern Mediterranean once functioned as a true commercial highway. Each new discovery expands our understanding of trade routes, products, and connections between ancient peoples. Some of these ceramics will be displayed in a future underwater archaeology museum, and the site itself may be open to diving tourism, transforming the wreck into a living museum where time simply still. If this 2,000-year-old preserved shipwreck impressed you, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next discoveries. Leave a comment. Do you think this clay technique was common practice or a closely guarded secret of a few merchants? Like, share, and come explore the real mysteries the ocean still hides with me.